Hey everyone, Jengro here. Welcome back to my Craftoria world. In the last episode, we made a cardboard box, which allows us to move any block around. I'll just put it on this grass dirt block. Then we can break it, pick it up, put it down somewhere else, which works for anything. Spawners, budding Certus quartz, keeps it flawless. Well, and I have to admit, it was pretty easy to make. The default recipe and mechanism is 4 sawdust. It turns out the mod pack developer thought so too, because they nerfed the recipe. Now it requires a bit more work. Packing tape from Sophisticated Storage and plastic from Industrial Foregoing. So I feel like we need to fix that. Today we'll jump into Industrial Foregoing, which is such a cool mod, packed with automation goodness. And it's another recipe that's been changed in this pack as well. I'll talk about that later on in the video. Stick around. Before we get in on Industrial Foregoing, please give me a few seconds to thank our sponsor, Apex Hosting. If you're tired of managing your Minecraft server locally, Apex Hosting is the solution. No more messing around with performance issues or port forwarding. With Apex, you get access to one-click mod pack installations, 24/7 support, and best of all, it only takes a few minutes to get your server up and running. So if you're going to check them out, please use my link, jengro.com/apex. That supports the channel. Thank you for your support. And it's raining. Let's look at the recipe of the cardboard box. Let's not do that again. Let's put that in there. I've got 2 cardboard boxes. One of them has a blaze spawner in it. Don't need that yet. We'll save that for a rainy day. Of course, this is a rainy day. And here it is. The regular default mechanism cardboard box is just 4 sawdust. We also need a plastic from Industrial Foregoing and packing tape, 2 of those from Sophisticated Storage. Let's make the packing tape quick. I think we've got this. Very easy. Packing tape, by the way, is another way of packaging up a block, but only very specific blocks. You can only do this with, I believe, Sophisticated Storage chests and barrels. So if, for example, you have a Sophisticated Storage oak barrel, I need a redstone torch. Okay. Which is a little different than a regular oak barrel. You can see that there's I guess an upgrade slot right here, and it's got some settings to it. But we can just fill it with stuff. Just right click on it with a packing tape, and you see it's kind of wrapped up. Let's break that. Put it down over here, and it's unwrapped, and it carried the stuff with it. That's packing tape. That's a way to move very specific blocks around. But now we've got our 2 packing tape, so that's good. The other things we need for cardboard box is plastic. Plastic is made from smelting dry rubber from Industrial Foregoing. And there's a bug somewhere in here. I think EMI doesn't show the recipe for dry rubber, but that is made with a latex processing unit, which is right here. Let's bookmark that. That's pretty easy to make. See some iron and this pity machine frame. We're now in Industrial Foregoing. Pity machine frame is also very easy. And I don't have enough redstone. So we need some redstone and iron. And check this out. I just went on a mining expedition. My backpack is full of stuff. Now to do that, I needed some 3x3 mining. I upgraded my mining gadget. It has 3x3 mining now. So I put together a really quick mining montage that shows how I got to the upgraded mining gadget. We'll check that out, and then we'll get started on Industrial Foregoing. While we're watching that, I slept the rain away. Got a rainbow. Always loved that. All right, the start in Industrial Foregoing is always making latex. And for that, we need a latex processor. We need a fluid extractor, pity machine frame. We need this pressure plate, and there, fluid extractor. Easy. Let's grab ourselves some universal cables. We also are going to need some fluid pipes. And I guess the basic mechanical pipe will do us just fine right here. I'm going to need a configurator from Mechanism so I can configure the pipes. I guess while we're at it here, can I make the latex processing unit? I can. So let's make another pity machine frame and the latex processing unit. One more thing that we'll need is a formation plane because we need to put down logs to process them. All right, there's our formation plane. We have some smart cable, and let's build this downstairs. My big plan here is to go down and make a giant silo down into the ground as far down as we need to go. Also why I need some solid mining, like with this mining gadget. But here it is in real life. So we're going to be able to go down pretty quickly. Where should we set up? Let's do it right here so we can still be close to everything. We don't need a heck of a lot of room for our fluid extractor setup here. Okay, let's put the fluid extractor down right here, aiming in this direction. If we put a log down in front of it, it's going to start extracting latex from it very slowly. It doesn't require any power, so you can just go drop this up next to a tree, and it starts to eat away at the oak log, and we get latex from that. If we power it, it goes much faster. And we can upgrade it with some upgrades and make it go even faster if we want to. I think if we just put the latex processing unit down next to it, these machines, I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure if these machines can be configured to pull from each other, but let's just set up a mechanical pipe to do it. And that's easy. We just take the configurator and shift right click on this pipe and make that end bigger like a funnel, and that pulls and it's pushing stuff into this latex processing unit. So there are other pipes in this mod pack we can use, but we're well along in Mechanism. So this is good. Now we can see the latex going into this. This needs to be powered, so there is power in our latex processing unit. And the last thing we need is water. And a pump. Steel casing, electric pump. And we still have some mechanical pipes that we can use. Perfect. Rather than sticking it right under, let's put the pump over here. We can use it for some other things as well. Put it right here, rotate it this way, run some power. And then we'll run the fluid. Just like this. And that's filling up the water tank. And now it's processing dry rubber, just like that. But as you can see, this takes a very long time without upgrades. Let's see if we can upgrade. So there are these speed add-ons. Yeah, we need latex to make our first things. So we're just going to have to wait for some latex to accumulate in here. And since we're probably going to AFK this or operate on this or let this operate while we are doing other stuff, let's now set it up. Formation plane to put a log down. We can just filter an oak log. So when this one gets used up, it'll eventually get used up and break. This formation plane will put another log down. Should put another log down. Why isn't it? Do I not have any logs in here? 5 oak logs. Well, I am honestly not sure why that formation plane isn't working. I thought maybe it was the FTB chunks needed fake players enabled, but I checked that and that's not it. So what do we do when we meet a block? We go around it. So there's other ways we can place blocks. One of them is the block placer, and Industrial Foregoing has one that requires plastic. So let's shift over. Can we make this one? That just needs a dispenser. Easy. Block placer. And we just put that right like this. And if we put logs in here, that's going to place them. So when this log goes away, as long as we keep this full, that'll work just fine. Let's just set that up with an export bus from our network. Can we make an export bus? Yes, we can. Perfect. And if we filter this with logs, there, it's filling it up with logs from our network. Okay, now this will create latex forever. So slow. Let's smelt our dry rubber. There we go. We have our first plastic. Let's saw some more logs to get some sawdust. We should be able to make a new cardboard box. It's one plastic, two. So we just need some sawdust. Okay, we've got everything we need to make a new cardboard box, plastic, 5 sawdust, and a couple packing tape that we made earlier. And there we go. We've made the world right again with our properly made for this pack cardboard box. I did mention earlier that there was another block that was nerfed, and it was Snad. If we look at Snad now, it used to be just 2 sands. Snad recipe is now an imbuement chamber requiring an entire source jar of source, earth essence, a couple of fertilizer. These are easy to make. But yeah, just this imbuement chamber. It's a pretty involved, fairly involved process. Imbuement chambers are not difficult, but in order to use an imbuement chamber to craft, we do need pedestals, and that's just going to require some source stone. So that's for another time when we start up Ars Nouveau. In the meantime, I think that setup right down there with regular sand, still with those 3 growth accelerators, I think that sugarcane will grow pretty fast. I think that'll do it. We got a quick start in Industrial 4 going that we weren't expecting. And we can continue to use cardboard boxes guilt-free. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.